Alright guys, as Miss Jazz warms up and I adjust the camera a little, kind of feeling nostalgic. Let's get out and talk about it just a little bit, shall we? Alright guys, welcome back to this episode of Rolling with T-Bone. As I said, we're rolling out on Jazz on a beautiful Saturday. If you're new here, welcome in. My name's T-Bone. I shoot motorcycle related content and any kind of content really. If you are new here, I invite you to go check out some of my past videos. Give me a chance to see if I'm right for you, because I know I'm not right for everyone. And if you think I am, maybe consider liking, subscribing, sharing, doing all that cool stuff. If you're old here, welcome back. You know what's going on. Oh, so we're just out on a random day, guys. Just kind of, as I got Sir Mix-a-Lot bumping in my ears. Not Baby Got Back either. Speaking of nostalgia, go back and listen to the old Sir Mix-a-Lot Mac Daddy album. I love that whole album, song for song. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. Nostalgia running wild on T-Bone here for the last few days. I've been spending a lot of time online watching, you know, old TV shows and commercials and Halloween stuff from the 80s and 90s. And, you know, it's just kind of one of those things where you watch the evolution of everything. You start getting nostalgic, and I've been nostalgic. So that kind of had partially what I want to talk about today is the nostalgia of things. Because you start, like I said, you start looking back on that stuff, and then you ask yourself, well, where did the world go wrong? When did everything change? And you can go back and pick out key points and key moments in history when things change. And motovlogging is no different. I've been watching a lot of the motovloggers that I'm subscribed to. You know, a lot of them are trying different stuff, and they're trying to evolve, which is a natural process, because in watching these channels do this, it kind of made me step back and take a look at Rolling with T-Bone. If you've been around for a while, I'm not sure how many of you guys here watching this video today have been around since the beginning of this channel. Because when I originally started, I had like 25 subscribers, and I stayed there for a while, slowly picking them up as I went on. But this originally began, if you go all the way back to the beginning when I first started motovlogging, you will find this series used to be called, and this channel used to be called T-Bone Southern Ride. I shot about a year and a half with the channel being called T-Bone Southern Ride. And then I started thinking that maybe I was geographically limiting myself by saying Southern. Not that there's anything wrong with being Southern. I'm a very proud Southerner, but I didn't want to geographically limit myself. So after some time, I kind of landed on the name Rolling with T-Bone, and it became part of the evolutionary process of this channel. Now, like I said, those of y'all who've been around for a while, y'all know you've seen motorcycles come and go on this channel. You've seen the Midnight Express, which I started this channel on, the Punisher, which was the 750 Honda Shadow Spirit that I had for off-roading. You've seen V-Rods, you've seen Sportsters, you've seen Springers, you've seen a whole big group of motorcycles come and go. Dynas, settling out here on Jazz, the Road King, Joker, the Chopper, and Big Papa, the jewel and the crown of Rolling with T-Bone. Big Papa is he's the main most ride on this channel. Big rides all happen on Big Papa. sometimes if I'm by myself, I have done one long ride on Jazz, but most of the time if I'm shooting content in R1s with me, all the time when R1's with me, we're on Big Papa because it's set up to be comfortable for both of us on 7-8 hour rides. But you've seen this channel evolve. You've seen me evolve. You've seen me grow and kind of what I do with my content. You've seen me change up cameras and change up angles. And I always felt like with Rolling with T-Bone that I was pushing forward, that I was evolving and growing what it is exactly I'm trying to do while shooting content. Sorry about that, guys. I kind of readjusted the camera just a little bit. Might have been up too high, might be too low now, I don't know. But anyway, y'all seen this ride before. I've been feeling this way. I got on a roll toward the end of last year. The channel really started growing, started getting new subscribers. Hello, dear. Oh, you're a little deer. You're a yearling. Get on back up there with your mom. I'm sure she's up there somewhere. But once I got on that roll, I kind of just got into the groove or the route of just making videos and trying to make interesting content. And in looking back over all that stuff, which I have done the last few days, I've been looking at Rolling with T-Bone as a whole. I kind of am starting to feel like I've gotten stale. You know, I've always tried to stay on point with my subjects that I speak of. The riding is always beautiful. If you don't like the riding that I do on this channel and the views and getting to see the mountains, then I don't know, you know, what I can do to make you want to, even if you mute what I'm saying, if you mute the video and just watch the beautiful riding, the riding's always been good. I've always been happy with the rides and the riding, but I'm starting to feel like in other areas it might be getting a little stale. And of course I have to go back to why it might be getting so stale, and why even I might be feeling like it's getting stale is, I've said this before, and some of you guys and gals that I've talked to offline, such as Doyle and Her Three Wheels and Ray Gregory Rides, I did not really expect my 2024 to go off the rails like it has. And you know, not wanting to admit that things are crazy or things are wrong, but when 2024 went off the rails, for me it went off the rails big time, and it has really affected everything that I've done, not just with the YouTube channel but in life in general. You know, when I'm still sitting here today shooting this video uncertain of anything, you know, things are still very much up in the air. But bug, like yeah, little bug flying into my mouth. Got it out though. But anyway, when 2024 went off the rails, I originally, back in the summer, and I think I might have even mentioned this in some of the other videos, I originally was going to pull the plug on Rolling with T-Bone for a while, but R1 was behind me and she said, you know, you enjoy doing it, you know, you shouldn't stop. But I feel like I've just been forcing myself to try to do content just for the sake of having a video every Monday. And to be honest with you guys, that's really starting to bother me, because I've got this series coming out in October, hopefully, if everything gets done, that I've been touting for the last couple of months. I've still got a lot of work to do on it. Not to say that I can't do it. I still got the entire month of September to go, but I've got to start getting some of those episodes recorded and put together. But to shoot videos just for the sake of having a video on Monday is really starting to bother me, because I've noticed that on my videos, if you'll scroll down, go to my homepage and scroll down, my views are way down, and I know it's because I've just been cutting to the point, very bland, not really giving you guys much, you know, entertaining subject. And not that there's not great subjects out there to cover and to talk about, but I've just been more focused on just trying to get videos put together, and that's coming across in my videos. And the views that my videos are getting, it's coming across with the views that things are down. So I really have to step back, take a look, and say, okay, so what does the future hold for Rolling with T-Bone? So one of the things that I always prided myself on in the beginning of this channel was my fact to grow, was my ability to grow. And you know, whether it was introducing bikes that I was trading around for, or it was hitting subjects that, you know, might have been a little controversial, but I tried to keep all the controversy to a minimum. I always prided myself on the fact that I was, you know, I had good subjects to talk about. And like I said, in looking at my past videos, especially over the last 2 months, I have really dropped the ball on that. And like I said, now I have to look back at everything and look forward. And now I've got to make a decision about what I want to do with Rolling with T-Bone. It's time for either, you know, not necessarily, like I said, not the rides, not the motorcycles. The motorcycles are pretty well much locked in. The rides are pretty well much locked in. It's more me. What's T-Bone going to be going forward? I've got to evolve, guys. That's just kind of, you know, that kind of, it has become very evident at this point to me, because I've got a video in the camera right now, not just the one I'm shooting today, but I have a video that I shot the other day on Joker. And it was a shorter video, which I try to get to a couple of points in that video, so it may actually just end up being a Thursday video. Future T-Bone at some point will have to decide that. But you know, I've got to figure out exactly what it is that I'm going to do with this channel. You know, do I pull the plug on it and sit down and rehash out everything and kind of go back to the drawing board and start from scratch? Or do I keep trying to evolve it as I'm making videos? You know, there's a lot of questions up in the air. I really don't want to pull the plug on the channel if I can keep from it. But I'm really starting to get to this point that I'm starting to think pulling the plug on it for a little while and sitting down, getting my mind right, getting my head clear, dealing with all the stuff that I've got going on in my life, and come at this from a new perspective. Because to be honest with you guys, I'm not sure that I can come at this with a new perspective while I'm still trying to make videos. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. If I don't make videos, then my views are going to go completely away. I'll lose subscribers. But if I keep making videos and I keep making the quality videos that I've been making, then I'm going to lose subscribers and my views are already down. So this whole situation, I have turned it into a double-edged sword. It isn't nobody's fault. It's not really even my fault. It's just, it's a product of how far off the rails things went for me this year in 2024. Everything that you guys have seen over the last few weeks is just the end product of what has happened to me over the last few weeks. The Halloween series that I'm wanting to do for October, I'm still looking forward to that, and I'm still going to try to do those you know, unless I just lose all motivation. And that's another thing that kind of goes along with the results of everything be going, is I haven't completely lost interest in motovlogging and rolling with T-bone. My enthusiasm is down just a little bit, but that's because of the other stuff going on in my life. But I haven't lost none of my motivation for it. I still want to do it. I still don't want to hit deers. That one just kind of stood there and looked at me until I got beside him, and then he turned and ran back up. But got to be on the deer watch. But anyway, I haven't completely lost motivation for rolling with T-bone yet. And I feel like, kind of in a way, that if I keep trying to push this direction for the sake of pushing in this direction, that basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to a point to where I just don't pull the camera out anymore and I don't shoot videos anymore. And I really don't want that, because I still love doing this. I still look forward to putting the camera on, micing up and talking to you guys. But I've really got to try to figure this thing out, guys. It's, you know, it's kind of a damned if you do and damned if you don't situation. And like I said, it's nobody's fault that I've landed in this spot. It's just life in general has put me in this spot. And, you know, it's not a good spot to be in. I'm not, like I said, nobody has to tell me the quality of my channel has went down over the last few weeks. I realize that. And in looking back on it, I can kind of see, by remembering what state of mind I was in when I was trying to shoot. And if I try to shoot, if I try to wait for the perfect frame of mind to shoot, then I may never get no content shot. So you see, there's a lot to unpack with this. There's a lot of spinning plates. But tell you what, guys, let me get over here real quick and get some go-go juice and jazz. And then we will pick back up this conversation here in just a split second. So y'all just hang tight. Jeez. Tell you what, I should have got a medal for that. Occasionally on Copper Hill like a madhouse. The lunatics are running this island. Anyway, I told you it wouldn't take just a second, guys. But I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna try to ride a road that I've never ridden on this channel before. So this will be a new road. It's been a gravel road for many years. But about, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, maybe a little longer now, the county chip sealed it. They didn't pave it. I don't think it's paved. Of course, I ain't been on the road in a while, so I don't know. But they chip sealed it, I believe, and I can ride chip seal. Just haven't never done it on the Road King Jazz here. Thought this will either be a good ride on a road y'all haven't seen on the channel before, or it'll be a complete disaster. I'm voting on hoping it's going to be a good one. Man, what a beautiful canopy road though. Even our little in-town roads are just some of the funnest roads, best roads to ride on. Not always the cleanest road. There's usually leaves and pine needles and debris, but you just come into it with the ideal that you're not wanting to ride 70, 80 miles an hour on these roads. And they've got little speed bumps all over them. Working on the water line right there. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, guys, that's kind of what's going on. It's, you know, I'm feeling like I've got to try to do something a little different here. And I'm not talking about a wholesale change or a complete 180 and go in the opposite direction, but I've got to try to figure out exactly what I want to do here, because, and I hate to admit this, because I was always about, you know, I was always the guy who said, yeah, I'm not getting paid to do this. And I'm not getting paid. I'm not looking for monetization. I'm not looking to become monetized. I've always said that this is the footprint that I'm leaving behind for my kids and my grandkids. And then when the channel started growing, my focus changed just a little bit. And you know, maybe now thinking back on it right there, maybe that's part of what it does. Maybe that's part of what it's about. Maybe it's just that I've got away from what I really meant for this channel to be, which was like I said, it's leaving behind a record for my kids. But here starts the chip sealing process. Now I'm sure this chip seal is going to have potholes all in it, but yeah, maybe that's it, guys. Maybe it's just that I need to get back to what made Rolling with T-Bone in the first place. And I don't think, and don't misconstrue what I'm saying there, because I don't think I've gotten away from it completely, but in a way I didn't veer completely off of it, but I kind of started going to different sides of it. But you know, introducing new roads is something that I love to do. Just hanging out with you guys and talking about things that are going on. And of course, the motorcycle world has been ruled, ran, and overly saturated by the whole Harley Davidson thing, going woke and backing out. So we've all covered that. So you know, it's just one of them things, man. I'll tell you what, guys, nostalgia. This is one of probably, if not one of the most nostalgic roads for me in my local area of Epworth, McCaysville, Copper Hill, Hells Hollow. This area is called Three Creeks, and it was gravel for my whole life up till, just like I said, 2 or 3 years ago. And there wasn't this road was very under traveled, so you could come out here in the evening and you could hit these little walking trails, and you could hang out and, you know, not be bothered too much. Three Creeks has always been one of my favorite places in our area to come and go and ride. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing, guys. So what, T-Bone, what is all this breaking down to? What is the bottom line that you're trying to get to? Well, the one thing that I'm not getting paid for this, it's very obvious that I'm not looking to be paid to do this. I was going to try to set something up to get you guys involved with something that I was going to try to work on with the Georgia Hillbilly. But right now, I don't know that it's the best time to try that, or even if it will work. So I may hold off on that for just a little bit longer. I've got a very cool opportunity on the table with Georgia Hillbilly, and I wanted to try to bring you guys in on that, but I'm not sure it'll work right now. I'm not sure it would be the right time. Right now would be the right time to try that, but maybe in the near future. But basically what this comes down to is, if you don't have an episode of Rolling with T-Bone every Monday at 7:30, you guys will just have to understand. Because I have got to get this thing figured out within myself before I can get it figured out with you guys. Like I said, I don't want to completely unplug this channel and just not do any Rolling with T-Bone episodes. I've never felt that way. I've never felt like that's what I wanted to do. But I am starting to feel like it's getting stale. I'm starting to feel like that I'm running out of ambition for the things that are going on it right now. So what that basically comes down to, back to the asphalt as we get off the chip seal, what that basically comes down to, at the end of the day, it just leaves the responsibility to figure this thing out to me. That's kind of what it all comes down to, is T-Bone has to figure out what's going to happen with Rolling with T-Bone. Because like I said, I always, in the beginning, the first 2 or 3 years of this channel, when I started vlogging, and then I started moto vlogging, which was always, if you go back and you watch some of the old videos of me on this channel, you always could tell that I was always leading toward moto vlogging. This is where I always wanted to end up at, was doing this right here. And it took me about a year, maybe a little over, to get there. But when I finally got there doing it the way I wanted to do it, I started growing it and trying to evolve what I was doing and how I was doing it. And you know, I always hear people say, well, just watch what other motor vloggers are doing and then just copy them. And even YouTube, and we've talked about this before in the past, even YouTube will tell you to do that. YouTube will say, go find the trending topic, the thing that's getting hit with thumbnails, hashtags, and all that, and just apply it to your videos. But you've got to, and what I've learned on that front right there is you have to remain steadfast. You have to be watching everything that happens. If there's any kind of pop culture taking place, you have to be on top of it. And a lot of times, a lot of us can't be on top of it like that because we work, we have families, you know, we have other responsibilities that will not allow us to sit and use that much time. And some people are retired and they don't have jobs, and they can do that, and that's great for them. And someday I hope to be retired, but right now ain't it. Right now I ain't retired. But yeah, you know, that's kind of, I guess if it comes down to me putting a pin, you know, exclamation point on this video, is that you guys just be patient, because in the process of trying to get these other videos series that I'm wanting to make for Halloween done, yeah, there may be some episodes of Rolling with T-Bone missing, because I'm going to have to, I can't do one or the other. I can't do both of them. I'm going to have to do one or the other. Not to say that it might go 2 or 3 months without a video. I'm not saying that, but I may, for the month of September and November and December, I plan on October being a full month. I plan on episodes every Monday, which will be 4 regular episodes, and then I am planning on 1 special episode for Halloween night. So that'll be 5 episodes for the month of October. And to get all of that in place and to do it the way I want to do it, I may miss some episodes in September here. I just want to let you guys know that. I think I've got it covered. This video will be coming out the Monday after. I think it'll be the Monday after I met with Blue Bike and Doyle and Ray Gregory Rides and Her Three Wheels and the Chestnut Mountain Tin Man. But like I said, there's another video in the camera. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to edit it and put it out. But yeah, I think that's just kind of what it all comes down to, guys. I'm just going to ask you guys to be patient with me. You know, if you don't want to stay subscribed and stick around and wait for me to come back, then I understand that. But just know I'm not completely disappeared. There will be things going on Rolling with T-Bone. And that's one thing. And then the second thing is, I'm probably not going to make everybody's live premieres or lives or their premieres videos. I know we all like to get together into premiere videos and chat and catch up and see how each other's doing, and I enjoy that. But I don't know that I'm going to have time to make everyone's premiere video. So if I don't make your premiere video, I'm not mad at you. I'm not disrespecting you. I just don't have time. That's what it all kind of comes down to right now, is I'm having to choose one or the other. And I choose to take my time and just try to figure this thing out, get my Halloween stuff took care of, and just go from there. But yeah, man, I tell you guys, that's where it all kind of came down at with this video, was I was just doing stuff and I was getting nostalgic, and I started pouring back over my old footage. And yeah, I realized that I've reached the point to where something needs to change. It can't keep going the way it's going. And you know, I've realized that, and now that I've realized that, I have to decide what I want to do to make it better, or to make it go further, or at least evolve and go forward as much as it can. But I tell you what, guys, I think I'm going to get off here and I'm just going to enjoy the rest of this ride. Don't have a whole lot of time. I got to get back to the house. I got adulting to do today, but I appreciate you guys coming along with me. And like I said, don't lose faith in me. Don't lose faith in me. I'll get this thing figured out. But it's kind of going to have to be a mental decompression is what I'm trying to go through here. I really needed to do this at the first of the year, but like I said, we got on a roll with Rolling with T-Bone, and I didn't want to stop the momentum, so I just kept pushing. And now I've kind of pushed the cart into a wall, and I've got to figure out what I want to do. But I'll get there. You guys just hang with me. And like I said, don't feel insulted or slighted if I don't make your premiere, or even if I don't comment on every video. If there's something there to comment about, I'll comment. I don't want to put stale, generic comments on people's videos. I want there to be some feeling. And maybe you just did a great ride, shot a great video, and I really don't have anything to say about it. But I tell you what, guys, I think I'm going to drop this video off right here and say we've got an episode of Rolling with T-Bone. But y'all remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. And like I said, if you just now found this video and this is the first Rolling with T-Bone video you've ever watched, go back and watch some of my old videos. Check me out. Make sure I'm right for you. And if you think I am, subscribe. And then let's start looking forward to October. Halloween's coming, guys. My favorite holiday. Even probably above, and I've never said this before, but probably even above 4th of July, Halloween is probably my most favorite holiday of the year. But guys, until the next time, y'all take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And hey, thanks for watching.